I think we understand the concept of lost or losing someone, to be exact. Either it's losing an item or a person, your loved one, or a lover you had, and it changes a person a lot. It depends on what you lose. If you lost, let's say, that one sock that you cannot find anymore, but it's a sock, you're like, I can just buy more. Or if it's $20 that you lost, that's $20. You can't really get it back. You can earn it back, but you can never have it again. And then there's stuff like losing a person. Either it's losing a loved one, like a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and you imagine you had 3 or 5 year relationship with that person, and they just leave. I doubt anyone can really heal back from it so quickly because they spent a big time with that person. Imagine you spent 3 to 5 years with this person and they impacted you so much, changed you so much, and now you're alone and you can't really go back to how you were because that person changed you a lot. There's also differences how instead of a loved one, instead of a lover, instead of a lover, it's a parent. And losing a parent is always the hardest part of life. And losing someone that has been with you your entire life and has changed you for the better is always the worst thing you can think of. I can speak from experience with this. You're going to be in the show now. Everyone, meet our special guest, my cat, Rick. You got anything to say? Yeah. He's going to probably leave soon, but he's going to stay with us for some time. I can speak from experience, but some people can say it didn't really impact them. Let's say a deadbeat dad or a mom that ran away. And when you hear that that parent died, it's always weird. My father was a deadbeat. He ran away, and the scars he left on my family have been stuck for ages. My older brother has been dealing with most of the pain. Same thing with my mother, but she has been a wonderful mother. I couldn't ask for anything better. But the scars that my father left in the family, the scars that he left in my family, have not been great. My brother has tried his best in his life to heal from what my dad did, and we're not fully related. We only have the same mother. I still see him as my only brother because he has been through the good and the ugly, and I could not ask for anything better from him. Main thing is when I found out 3 years ago that my father died, it felt weird. Yeah, I was sad. I'm not gonna say I wasn't sad. No, I was, but I couldn't really do anything. He lived 3 hours away from us, and that's a long drive. And fact is, okay. And the fact is that I did cry, and I only regret, or I'm guilty of, not crying at his funeral. And it's always stuck with me how I couldn't cry. And I don't know why. Here's another cat. Her name is Mimi. Hey, Mimi. Thing is, I understand how some people feel when they hear a person that has scarred them for life is gone now. And it's weird. You know the person, you know that you're related to that person, but that person has never done anything good to you. Yeah, they might have maybe gotten you some stuff, maybe a console, maybe a new pair of shoes, maybe a new phone. But they hurt the people that you love the most so much you just can't. But then you realize it's still your father, and you can't shame him for doing the things he thought he was doing right, or doing the things he thought it would have been better because he didn't want to ruin your life even more. And that's the part that hurts the most, because you think to yourself, why couldn't he just stayed? But then you realize if he would have stayed, things would potentially go for the worse. And you can't change anything. Um, but life goes on. You can't change a thing. You can't bring that person back. And the fact is, seasons keep changing. The leaves fall, children scream, they run around, and you can't change a thing. That person's still gone. The item is still lost, and you cannot find it. You cannot bring them back. But the thing that keeps them alive for you are memories. I have a weird thing thinking of the thoughts after death. Usually, I think that it's just death. You die and it's nothing. There's no God, there's no heaven, there's no hell, there's no reborn thing. It's just darkness. But I still think, even with that darkness, people still have light after death. And that's because I think memories are what help keep them with us. I think to myself that if a person is dead, they're not gone. And I still think even if I visit my dad's grave, he's there looking at how much me and my mom changed. And I'm glad that I think like that. I don't think I could still go with my life thinking that he's just gone forever. And the sad truth is, he is gone, but only he will only be gone until I forget. And unless I get dementia or Alzheimer's, I don't. I'm not gonna forget. But I think losing a lover is something that hits you in a different way. Losing a lover hits you in such a way you physically cannot forget them. And that's the hardest part. Imagine, I'll give you this example. You've been with that person for 3 years, teenage years, one of your best times, and your friends keep trying to get you outside, but then you're just so blind because you're with that person that you fell in love with. And it can go bad to worse to things that you shouldn't be doing at that age. But things that happen, those things happen. And fact is, they will leave. And you think to yourself that, yeah, there's a chance they might leave, but you can't really accept it. And that's what is the worst thing. You can't accept that they're gone. They're not dead. No, they're alive, perfectly healthy. But they're just with someone else. And then you think to yourself, well, what does that guy have that I didn't? And then you realize that person changed so much, lied so much to the fact where you start seeing those lies. You remember how they were treating you back then, realizing they were pretty controlling. They were extremely pickish, only ate that one thing. And then you realize you can't do that. You could have realized that sooner. We all think of that. We all go, oh, why didn't I see this through? Why did I see her the signs of her cheating, or why didn't I see that how much money I've been spending? And then you realize you're fucked, and you are, because now you have to live alone. You have to go through college, through high school alone, and then you realize in middle school, oh, perfect relationship. Ah, you're the happiest man alive. High school, you're single. The girl left you, and you look around and you see everyone's dating. And you hate it because that can't be you. We get so jealous to the point where if we see a person having what we want, we despise them. We curse them down. And if they look worse than you think, well, how does he have it and I don't? That is what ruins a person, jealousy. And yeah, I can say we all get jealous. It's a human act. Jealousy is in our blood to the day we die. We cannot get it out. We're jealous of the kid next door that has a bike that you don't. Or we're jealous of that one friend that has such a good PC that you're like, God damn it, why don't I have it? But then you realize you have a PC. Are the parts good? Yeah, they're decent. Old? Yeah, but fact is you can play. A little bit shittier, but you can play. So I think honestly, if you're jealous, good. That's a human act. If you're jealous and you change, good. That's amazing. If you're jealous of that guy's physique and you start working for it, it's amazing. But if you're jealous and you don't do anything about it, that is what spoils your life. That is the poison in the cake that you cannot taste, but it's just ruining you. And that's what I think of jealousy. It's an act that kills you slowly. And it's an act that can kill the others around you just because of how you take in those feelings. If you don't accept it, if you don't change for the better or do something about it, you are the poison that's poisoning everything around. And you can't do anything unless you realize to yourself, I have to change. I have to say, thank you for watching this video. This might be a little bit different. I think of the topics for these videos on this notebook. And yes, it is burnt, marked over, scratched. Only reason is this is just a notebook for my stuff. Video ideas, sketches, thoughts of what I just think in general. If you guys have any suggestions on what I should talk about, please write them down. I'll look into those things and learn them a bit. Even talk about it. I'll share my opinion. But then you guys have to remember my opinion cannot match your opinion. That is just how life is. I cannot act or think like you unless I am you, and I'm not. So I thank you for your time, and go have ice cream, even if it's winter. It's not, it's summer. I thank you, and goodbye. 5 or shut up. 5 years in that punch to the gut, and Ricky. They see you.